Okay, real talk. Imagine you spent years mining something on your phone, every single day, and then when it's finally time to move it to the real blockchain, you're just sitting there, staring at your wallet, stuck, because your referrals haven't completed their KYC. Painful, right? Well, that's the reality for thousands of Pi pioneers right now, and while some people are getting left behind in the confusion, others are quietly migrating, quietly accumulating, and quietly positioning before March 14th hits. This is the Pi Network second migration breakdown, and if you haven't checked your wallet yet today and stop everything, you need to watch this first. What is good, everybody? You are locked in with TJ Crypto World, the channel that gives you the raw, unfiltered crypto breakdown without the fluff, without the noise, and definitely without the fake excitement about coins I don't actually believe in. I'm TJ, and today, we are talking Pi Network, specifically the second mainnet migration that dropped on March 8th, 2026. Yes, it's live. Yes, it affects your balance. And yes, there are things happening around this migration that most people are sleeping on completely. So whether you're a day one pioneer or you just heard about Pi last week from your cousin who swore it was going to make him rich, stay right here, because this video is going to give you everything you need to know. Before we get into the migration mechanics, the price action, and what Pi Day on March 14th could actually bring to this ecosystem, let me tell you something that, honestly, stopped me cold when I saw it. One user, one pioneer, showed a screenshot of their Pi wallet. Total balance, 1,010 Pi. But transferable balance, only 89. 89 out of 1,010. That's not a glitch. That has an explanation. And understanding why that happens is the difference between panicking in the comments and knowing exactly what move to make next. We'll break that down. Don't touch that skip button. Let's start with the facts because this situation deserves clarity. According to community pioneer and ex-user Flex, posting under the handle offlexl0y, Pi Network officially launched its second mainnet migration on March 8, 2026. His post urged the entire Pioneer community to check wallets, confirm KYC status, and have their transferable balances ready for the next step in the ecosystem. Now, here's what the migration actually means in plain language. This is not just a technical update that developers care about. This is the bridge. This is the moment where Pi that you've been mining on your phone for months or years gets moved onto the live blockchain where it can actually function as a real asset. And it is moving fast. Recent migration waves have been mapping over 50 million Pi tokens per day. One single batch processed 85,000 Pi in one go. That is not a small operation. That is a network that is scaling in real time, and it is doing so in the weeks leading directly into Pi Day. Let me explain that wallet screenshot I teased earlier, because this is confusing a lot of people in the community right now. When your Pi balance shows a lower transferable amount than your total, like 89 transferable out of 1,010 total, it is almost certainly tied to referral KYC completion. Here's the thing. Pi's mining rewards have always been partly connected to your security circle and the people you referred. If those people haven't completed their KYC verification yet, a portion of your balance remains locked and non-transferable. This is not Pi stealing from you. This is the network's built-in security architecture doing exactly what it was designed to do, making sure that before large amounts of Pi move to the live chain, the humans behind those balances are verified. Does it slow things down? Yes. Does it frustrate people? Absolutely. But does it also protect the ecosystem from being flooded with unverified wallets that could be manipulated? 100%. My original take here, and I say this as someone who has watched a dozen crypto ecosystems launch mainnet, this phased approach is actually smarter than most projects handle it. The messiness you're seeing in the community is not failure. It's growing pains at a scale most blockchains never reach. Let's zoom out, because the migration is just one piece of a much larger architecture being assembled right now. According to multiple ecosystem reports, Pi Network is in the process of converting the entire platform into a functioning Web3 commerce ecosystem. Developers are building payment systems, decentralized applications, and tools that allow Pi holders to actually spend the token on goods, services, and digital interactions. And there's a decentralized exchange reportedly being developed within the Pi ecosystem, with a potential launch date that was being circled around March 12th. If that goes live successfully, Pi token liquidity gets a genuine upgrade. A Pi native DEX means users can trade assets directly on-chain without relying on third-party exchanges with thin order books. That is an infrastructure milestone, not just a price catalyst. Speaking of third-party exchanges, according to reports from trading data, the Picoin rate on JB Exchange recently hit a local trading peak, with prices in that trading window ranging between 17 cents and 21 cents. As analyst Triparna Vaishnav noted in a report on JB Exchange activity, the platform is drawing attention precisely because official large-scale exchange listings are still limited, so smaller platforms are filling that gap while the ecosystem matures. My analysis on this: JB Exchange and similar platforms serve a purpose right now, but I need to be direct with you. Always verify the authenticity of any platform you use for Pi trading. Unverified markets carry real risk. Do your research before you put money into anything. Let's talk numbers because that's what you came here for. According to market data from earlier this week, Picoin registered a 7% price gain, bringing the token close to the 21-cent mark. Extending further, Pi has posted back-to-back gains of over 10% across 3 consecutive recovery days. The token broke out from a long-standing descending trendline resistance and is now trading above the 100-day EMA at about 19 cents and 84 hundredths. The 50-day and 100-day EMAs are both sloping upward, which skews the near-term momentum bullish. The resistance that matters most right now? The 200-day EMA sitting at approximately 28 cents and 43 hundredths. That's the ceiling traders are watching. Break above it cleanly, and the conversation changes entirely. For context on the broader market, Bitcoin is trading around $73,000 after a 6% two-day gain, and Ethereum has been holding relatively steady near $2,000 through a difficult geopolitical period. The overall crypto sentiment is cautiously recovering, which creates a reasonable backdrop for altcoins like PI to attract renewed attention. Pause right there. If this breakdown is giving you actual value and not just generic hype, show me you're awake. Hit that like button right now, and if you haven't subscribed to TJ Crypto World yet, tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We cover Pi network, altcoins, and the moves that actually matter every single week. Alright, let's finish this. Pi Day, March 14th, lands in just days from this video, and this particular Pi Day carries more weight than previous ones. The second migration launched 6 days before Pi Day. The version 20.2 protocol upgrade brought performance improvements and ecosystem functionality. The community is at arguably its most engaged it has been in months, and, well, exchange listing rumors, particularly around platforms like Kraken, continue to circulate, though no official confirmation has been published, and I won't present rumors as facts on this channel. What I will say is this: Pi Day has historically been Pi Network's moment to step forward publicly. Major announcements, ecosystem milestones, community celebrations, all of that. With the migration actively running, a potential DEX launch, the V20.2 upgrade completion, and a community of verified users that numbers in the tens of millions. Honestly, the ingredients are there for something meaningful. Whether the market reacts dramatically or not, one thing is clear: the infrastructure being built underneath Pi Network right now is more real and more substantial than it was a year ago. And ecosystems that build real infrastructure eventually attract real capital. And, before I close, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am TJ, just a guy who loves crypto and breaks it down so it actually makes sense. Please do your own research before you make any financial decisions. Your money, your responsibility, always. Alright family, that's the full Pi Network second migration breakdown. Check your wallet, complete your KYC if you haven't, and if you have referrals who still haven't verified, send them the reminder, because their delay is directly affecting your transferable balance. If you made it to the end of this video, you are exactly who TJ Crypto World was built for. Someone who wants real information, not just numbers and hype. Drop a comment below. Tell me your transferable Pi balance right now. I'm genuinely curious how many of you are in that situation where the number is lower than expected. Let's talk about it. Like the video if it helped. Subscribe if you're not already locked in. And there is another video sitting right on your screen right now that pairs perfectly with everything we just covered. Go watch that next. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay curious, and as always, TJ Crypto World out.